Hey guys, it's your horror fanatic. I haven't done a video in a while except for the last trailer, so I thought I would show off this shirt. So we got Ghostface down here, we got Freddy here, Jason, The Shining, Jack Nicholson, The Shining, Leatherface here, Hannibal Lecter, Jason Voorhees. Somewhere on here is, Linda Blair, The Exorcist. Jack Torrance, that's the name, I couldn't think of it off the top of my head. So we got Jack Torrance, we got Jason from, I guess that looks like Freddy versus Jason's Jason. Freddy Krueger himself. Ghostface. Jigsaw. Linda Blair, The Exorcist. Leatherface. Hannibal Lecter. And of course, my favorite, Michael Myers. Anyway, today's story, as what have you, is going to be about, well, not today's story, today's video that I'm doing is now reviewing what I've watched so far in horror. I started in the 1800s when horror was silent horror films. So I wasn't able to find all of them, but I'm watching what I can between 3 different websites, which I will show you here in a minute. What I'm working on and what sites I'm watching it on. Some of them are not lined up. Some will say 1976 when I go to an actual horror website and read it, and if I'm watching a 1976 movie, some will say 1977, so I will skip. But I watch them because I'm still watching horror in order, and if they're not listed as 1977 and they're listed as 76, I'll still watch it just to cover my bases that I watched the horror film. So, So let's get into it, and I'll show you guys the websites that I'm using. Wikipedia is one of them, because sometimes they are right, so I am getting off of Wikipedia because they are actual films, and you can click and read their story and whatnot. So let's get started here and check this out. Hi guys, okay, so here is where I'm getting my lists from. This is just 1970 itself. But as you can see, I can go back here and review them as decades. See, this is by decade. 1896 is where I started. Made my way up through the 60s with Psycho. Now I'm in the 70s. Let me go 80s. Yeah, so in 1970, I wasn't really kind of too fond of them. Like, this movie was okay. I remember this one. This one was actually pretty good. I think Always the Count Dracula's and vampire movies are really good. Dunwich Horror was pretty good. This one was good. Mumsy, Nanny, Sunny, and Girly. I do remember that one. That one was actually pretty good. As far as how I'm getting into the 70s, probably the best movie I watched so far that I actually enjoyed was probably Alice, Sweet Alice. This I watched too, and that was like huge ass tarantula. But like most of these are like cheesy horror films, so like I'm just trying to make my way through. Not all of them are cheesy. Some of them are actually pretty good. Let's see here. I think this one was another one I liked. Fright was a good one. I Drink Your Blood was a little twisted in my opinion. The Snake movie. Night of the Damned. Psychomania. She Killed Ecstasy was one of my other favorites from this year. And What's the Matter with Helen was a pretty, I don't know, some of these are twisted and some of them are not twisted. So, 1972, All the Colors of the Dark was a good one. I remember seeing Asylum. Beware the Blob, yeah, that was a little different, but at least it was somewhat sort of the same. Now, I have no idea. Now, Blackula doesn't really bother me at all. Daughters of Satan was a good one. Of course, I've seen the original Abominable Dr. Fives, which is always shit. So, Dr. Fives Rises Again, Dracula 1972, The Gore Girls. Oh my lord, I would not forget this one at all. Very, if I remember right, I think this was a very explicit film with nudity too. Of course, The Last House on the Left, the original. I actually have the DVD of The Last House on the Left. Wes Craven. Legendary Wes Craven. And if you guys didn't know, in The Last House on the Left, in the original Last House on the Left, the music was done by Sean. The production was done by Sean S. Cunningham. I don't know if the music was, but I knew the music for Friday the 13th was. But anyway, Sean S. Cunningham, who later on did Friday the 13th, was involved in this film. So to have Wes Craven and Sean S. Cunningham involved, that was great. This one was a good one. Not so cheesy, was actually pretty good. Some of them were cheesy, like the rats are coming and this crap. But, I mean, altogether, horror is pretty good. It started getting good in the 60s, and then 70s came, and, well, blah. So I think, if anything, it started back up with Carrie being the #1 movie. The Crazies, I know there was a remake of this, but this was actually enjoyable to watch. I have not seen the remake at all, but the remake definitely looks kind of fucked up. So, The Exorcist, another one of my favorite films. Now, I have the DVD of the version never seen in theaters. So I've seen the original on TV when AMC used to have them for horror. And then I got the version I've never seen in theaters, which was actually pretty cool and very much different. This one, I actually enjoyed this one too. Blackula, could probably continuing from the other one. Let's see, Theater of Blood. This was also a good one that I enjoyed too. Really whack kind of movie. They say it's comedy, but I mean, to me, I took it seriously. Vault of Horror. This one, I actually enjoyed this one too. Always see, like it says, based on stories from EC Comics and Tales from the Crypt. So that's why the people who are good. Now, The Wicker Man, I know there's a remake of that one too. This one was actually okay. I've never seen the remake of The Wicker Man. 1974. Abby was a good one. Antichrist. Black Christmas was really weird. This one I actually enjoyed. This one was kind of freaky too. Some more nudity and shit. Deranged, another one of them. High-tailed horror ones. House of Seven Corpses. House on Skull Mountain was good. House of Whipcord. I do remember this one. Another torture film. It's Alive. That was a good one. This one was another nude film. Really whacked up film. Another one of those where, like, they get tortured for shit, I have no idea. The original Texas Chainsaw. Now, this is actually my first time seeing the original Texas Chainsaw. So, to me, it turned out pretty good. I've never seen the originals, and it's a very, 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 very hard to find the DVDs of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But, I know there's Texas Chainsaw the Massacre at the beginning, which is not even part of the original series, it's just there. Now we're getting close to where I'm at. Autopsy was good. The Bedeviled. Let's see. Don't Open the Door was a good one. Jaws, of course. The legendary Jaws. I've finally seen that for the first time in years since I was a kid. I'm only 21. But I seen Jaws when I was like 7 or 10 years old. The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Pretty good. Kind of weird looking with all the makeup, and I just thought it was really cheesy. What else? Let's talk. There was another movie I watched. It's probably this one. There was a movie where the kid saw, maybe it was Bigfoot. I'm trying to remember. But anyway, there was, yeah, I guess it was Bigfoot. This kid ran to some house or a little trailer thing, and yeah. So now I'm in 1976. Now the first one that caught my eye was this one. I definitely had to get this off of a movie website. Alice, Sweet Alice. Kind of reminded me of Psycho, to be honest with you. And Brooke Shields, yes, I've heard of Brooke Shields. Perfectly good movie. Like, I would watch this over and over and over, to the point where I've watched it 3 times in a row, because there was apparently an uncut version of Alice, Sweet Alice. Now, I am currently about to watch this one, which I have no idea what it's about, but I'm assuming it's another kind of sexual movie exploitation, I would think. But it sounds like it's a vampire movie, so I don't know. This one, yeah, they don't really give a good plot. But anyways, I have the original Carrie, and on the original Carrie, I have a pop art, which I'll have to show you guys later when I do this review of Carrie. But I have a pop art DVD of Carrie. And I've never seen the original, the remake, but I have seen the original again as a kid. That's when I started getting into horror, between 7 and 10 years old, watching Halloween, The Exorcist, Freddy Krueger, Friday the 13th. That's what got me started. I wasn't really a Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan, but but it was really good. I think my first horror movie was The Ring. So then I got into Child's Play, and I've seen all of them. The Omen. Now I know this used to be on TV too, a while back. The Omen was another one that used to be put on. See, a lot of these that are not well known are not on TV a lot. So it kind of just like blah. So you never would know about them unless they got like Oscars or stuff like that, or they were like award-winning films. Because like Carrie, you see everywhere, just like Prom Night with Jamie Lee Curtis. You would think, oh, it's Jamie Lee Curtis, that she would be in it. The other one I don't see on TV much, and I know it's a good movie, Jennifer's Body. I don't see that much on TV anymore, but it was once or twice. But so these are the movies I'm using. Over here I have Horror Wikia, which is another website that I'm using, and it has everything chronological, so I don't have to switch back and forth. So this is where I'm at now in 1976. Now the same titles that are over here, but these have more of another one. This I always saw in my groups to watch. The Town That Dreaded Sundown. So eventually I will watch that, and Snuff kind of reminds me of Slip. So here, now we go into this one. This is Horrorpedia. Another one sort of like Wikipedia, except this is literally, Wikipedia is everything. This is literally all horror. So like, it pretty much gives you this kind of list too, but it's not always the same list because, yeah. So there's stuff added, there's movies that aren't in this website and that website, so I use 3 different websites. Make sure I cover all my bases with horror. So that's pretty much where I leave off with that. So guys, as you can see, those are the 3 websites I use. So when I reevaluate movies later on, then we will know, what in the world is going on. So that pretty much gives you an example of what I use to watch my horror films. So if you want to look any of them up, you're more than welcome, and you can watch where I'm at, or whatever. Yeah, so that's pretty much the websites I use. So I am so psyched to see Carrie again, because it's been forever, and like I said, when I do the review, I'll show you guys the pop art DVD cover. But yeah, I think my last one was like the 1960s review, so now I'm just gonna like flop in here, and now give you the 1970s review. But I am going to keep you updated, because we are working on a horror film, so I will be making a video about that, and I will drop the links. We are doing t-shirts and all that stuff, so make sure to please try to support our film. But all I can say for you guys is subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. If you decide to buy shirts and you want to support them, they have my actual MHC logo. If you guys go on the channel, you will see the MHC Productions logo with a bloody knife. It is on our merchandise, so now you can buy MHC merch. So, support our film any way possible. Let me get this video uploaded, and I will upload the other one for you guys. So until next time, watch horror and stay creepy. Have a killer day, guys.